Good part of today. Today I will present my issue. My issue is improving the education the best way to prevent poverty in Uzbekistan. This is my agenda for my presentation. Firstly, in Uzbekistan, 11.4% of the population lives below the national poverty line in 2018. In Uzbekistan, the proportion of employed population below $1.9 purchasing power parity a day in 2019 is 19.7%. The unemployment rate among the economically active population of Uzbekistan in January-July 2020 amounted to 30.2%. The Minister of Employment and Labor Relations said this figure in the same period in 2019 was 9.1%. The number of people in need of employment amounted to 1.9 million. Economic law shows that poverty reproduces poverty. This happens for several reasons. First, poor countries cannot afford to spend enough to maintain affordable, free and high quality healthcare and education, and poor people cannot afford to pay for adequate private services. As a result, less educated and less healthy poor people face more difficulties to get out of poverty. Secondly, the poorer the population, the lower the effective demand, the lower the capacity of the consumer market, and accordingly the incentive for the development of industry, agriculture, and especially services. The Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations has been tasked with organizing Ishke Marhamat, money centers, and vocational training centers in each region to teach the unemployment not only knowledge and skills in their profession, but also foreign languages. University students will have the opportunity to divide tuition into 4 parts during the academic year. In addition, the number of budgetary places will be doubled. Government should increase the number of jobs. Currently, there are about 1.4 million officially unemployed women and young people in Uzbekistan. The unemployment rate is 30% among women and 50% among young people. This figure is particularly high in Fergana, Samarkand, Andijan, Kashkadarya, and Tashkent region. The main direction of significant reduction of poverty in Uzbekistan is to follow the words of President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. We must give our people a hook, not a fish. That is, it's essential to develop a comprehensive program of measures to implement job creation in the interest of vulnerable groups who are not protected from the social security policy in the labor market, by providing them with vocational training, entrepreneurship training, and assistance in starting in. Education helps reduce the instability and corruption. According to the Global Partnership for Education, 36% of children worldwide who are not receiving education live in areas of conflict. This lack of opportunity damages their ability to find employment once the conflict ceases. Education promotes a stable and peaceful society that are capable of development. Education increases individual earnings. Education increases earnings by roughly 10% per each additional year of schooling. For each $1 invested in additional year of schooling, earnings increase by $5 in low-income countries and $2.5 in lower-middle-income countries. Education reduces economic inequalities. If workers from poor and rich backgrounds receive the same education, disparity between the two in working poverty could decrease by 39%. It is a well-documented fact that children from low-income households are significantly less likely to be successful than their middle and upper-class counterparts. Studies have repeatedly shown a link between poverty and education. Family income is one of the best, strongest predictors available for measuring success both in the classroom and later in life. With fewer resources and less of a focus on education at home, Children growing up in poverty are behind from the very beginning. Household stresses from living in poverty build up in the child, making it extremely difficult to concentrate on education. Even if they are going to school regularly, children in poverty often fail to get an adequate education due to the stress of the situation. Since they have such a difficult time in the classroom, the kids fall into the poverty trap in which their lack of education prevents any rise on the social ladder. Until recently, it was unclear exactly that biology person made that the case. However, recent students have pointed towards working memory as a key physical factor linking poverty and education. The root cause of poverty is lack of education. If you can't read or do basic math, if you can't show up for work and apply yourself, you will not have a job. You will be poor. Other action may than poverty, but the war on poverty is 50 years old and the gains are few. The clear path forward is to realize that the premise that poor children can't be taught this world and give our city's children a good academic, social, behavioral, and physical education right now. The human potential currently going to waste could be turned into the economic engine, one that would make our region and the envy of the nation and demonstrate a better road of prosperity than building stadiums and other physical investments. And there is my list of references. Thank you for your attention.